Alright, getting ready to hit the road. Well, I'm pretty much ready. I'm waiting on the roofers to get here. I'm waiting for my daughter. She decided she was going to go, Haley. So I haven't done a road trip with her before. I've taken Holly, but we're going to leave a day or two early, maybe do a few things on the road. But I wanted to make this video this morning to say thank you to all my subscribers. I've reached a milestone for me. It's not a big accomplishment for some of the bigger YouTubers, but I've never been a big YouTuber. So I just started making these videos in my garage after I had a couple surgeries and didn't have anything to do. And I guess I sort of connected with, a few thousand people at first, and then the channel just kept growing. And we've been doing these videos together for almost 5 years now. And I reached 15,000 subscribers the other day. And I want to say thank you. We're going to do a giveaway. I haven't decided what to do yet. I know I have a lot of different people watch my channel. So it's hard to do like just like a Volkswagen giveaway when predominantly, they're not all Volkswagen subscribers. But I do have a lot of Volkswagen subscribers, so I might do like a Volkswagen prize and then maybe a gift card. I got to come up with something for that, and it'll be when I get back from the little vacation I'm taking. I'll probably be back Monday or Tuesday. But I've got a few parts here, and I had some requests on how to build a turbo kit or where to get one. And turbo kits are sort of funny unless you want just like the basic setup or a blow-through setup, which is available at CB Performance. You sort of have to build it yourself, and you sort of have to tailor the setup to the RPM range you're going to operate the motor in and the type of power that you want to make. A lot of what you're going to do at this point will determine what the motor is going to do after you get done with your header and your intake manifold. So I'll show you some of the pieces that we picked up. Let me move the camera in. I'll get it focused on this table here, and we'll put the parts, lay them out up here. And this is the start of it. When Ken was here from California, we went to visit my son, Hans, at work. And this is where I pick up a lot of my stuff from lately, since he's working at a nice place now. They have all this stuff available, and you can probably find a shop in your area. If you're in California, there's probably one on every corner. But here's a few of the items that I picked up. We're going to build a new header for the drag car. We're putting it on the street, and this is the collector I like to start with. It's prefabbed, it's CNC machined, so all the seams are very nice. It's tacked together, and it gives you a really good foundation. Now all this material that we're going to be using, the flanges will be mild steel, except for the header flange. It's stainless, and all our tubing is going to be stainless. The header on the car right now is not stainless, it's mild steel, and I've had absolutely no problem with the header at all, other than it doesn't look really good. It was the first attempt. I think it can do a little better now with what we have. Here are some of the bends that we buy. These are all, of course, manual CNC bent, and they're very smooth inside. There's no kinks or anything, and this is 1 7/8 is the diameter, and these will basically be how we make our header. A series of these, a couple straight pieces, but these are a few pieces that I bought. The flanges that are going to bolt to the head, we might need 2 more or 4 more of these if we decide to make it a split system. These will have to be machined. I'll take these up to my son's job and we'll bore these out. We'll bore that out so the tubing countersinks into the flange, so it's not sitting on top of it. And then we'll do a nice TIG weld around there so it's really sealed up, and it'll be a quality piece. So here's a few of the items. I'll lay it all out up here. I bought all the bends because I figured this is probably the right amount of bends. You use a lot of these bends to make it tight. If you want it to be a big exhaust system, you can use more straight tubing. Trying to get this compact on the motor so we can run a fan housing. And I'm also going to build a new intake system too. So 4 of these will end up being intake runners into a plenum. And these are perfect for intake runners because of the smoothness and the quality. It'd be a little bit of port work at all for the intake manifold, and we're basically going to build a plenum, and then we're going to put it on top of a set of manifolds so it raises up over the generator or alternator. The other 2 items that we have is the wastegate flange. You're going to need one of those. And of course, whatever turbo you're running, we're going to run a TO4 on this, so it's a TO4 flange. And this will get positioned into here. We'll have to smash that tubing and shape it to the flange. And this is just a few of the beginning pieces. I think this is the receipt. Give you an idea of what a header costs. You can buy a cheaper prefabbed one, I guess. Equal length header is pretty important. Once you step over 15 pounds of boost, it's hard to control the motor if you don't have an equal length exhaust system. And just for what we have right here, this is $211 before we do any fabrication or anything, and before we have any straight pieces. They also make some 45s and a couple different style bends. Next time I go down to Mazworks, I'll take the camera. I think I can take the camera into the parts room, and we'll look around on the shelves, and I'll show you the different stuff they have available. If you have an SR, they have all the prefab flanges and all the stuff for that kind of stuff there. So if you have that kind of 2J or an SR or 1J, you can get pretty much anything you need for your exhaust there. Being that this is a Volkswagen, we're sort of custom building this. So, like anything that's cool, you sort of got to build it, So this is a breather tank Hans is working on. He's building this for his car. He's hating the way it's coming out. It's real dirty aluminum for some reason, so he's been trying to clean it, weld it, grind it, and he's got a couple nights in that. He says he's never welded aluminum again. So I'm going to build my stuff out of stainless. It's a little heavier, but it's permanent. It's not going to deteriorate. And I don't have the option of welding aluminum because I don't know how to do that. And I can weld stainless, TIG weld it anyway. So I'm going to TIG weld all my own stuff. He's going to do his stuff. And that's where we're at with that. Try to take you off the stand here and shake you up. But that's the exhaust parts, or the start of them, for the streetcar build, converting the turbo car over to the street. So we'll go take a look at that nightmare. So this is what I got going on. I took all this apart, and we're going to have to take this drag system off. This doesn't allow us to run any kind of fan housing here. So we'll take this off. The fan housing goes pretty much right where this intake manifold is. We're going to have to incorporate a oil cooler there. We've already got it full flowed, so we can incorporate the aftermarket cooler and filter. And we'll get a fan housing bolted on this. And that's what I'm trying to do here, is make this where I can drive it on the street instead of trailering it to the track all the time and not getting to use it. So we're going to upgrade the turbo. We're going to go a little smaller on the turbo so it's more compact, but we're going to go ball bearing, so it should make really good power, spool up quick, and be easy to drive on the street. So we're going to do a set of those manifolds right off the top of here, and then another set of manifolds off the top of that to build our intake manifold. So we'll get into the intake system after we get the exhaust. You sort of got to lay those two out, or they start interfering with each other. I'm going to try to make all this on the bottom of the car so it's not all on top, because we got the fan housing up there. So the first thing we'll do is bolt the fan housing and everything we're going to need to put on here to make it a street car, as far as the alternator and stuff like that, and then we'll build around that. So alrighty, Andrea's out of the shower, and I think we're about ready to shove off. Looking forward to getting on the road, going to Charlotte for a day, I guess, Gonna hang out in Charlotte because there's not a lot of stuff in Shelby, and that's where the race is at. Hopefully the rains let up a little bit and we'll be able to race this weekend. It's a beautiful day here, and yeah, I'm not racing at this race. I'm just going as a spectator or a YouTube fan, I guess. I've been watching the Southeast Gassers since they've been putting the YouTube videos up, and it's just a really cool series, you know. It's a bunch of hardcore racers that don't like buybacks or handicap starts, I guess. It's heads up, so that's pretty cool, and it's all 4 speeds. So I saw Scott in Florida said he might ride up there and check that out. That'd be cool. See him. So we got the new door there. I took the screen off yesterday. I have to replace that. And I cleared a spot out over here for the dumpster guy, because he's coming for the roof. They were supposed to be here at 7 to 7:30, so Andrea's not happy. She's been up early. I put the temporary fence up there so you can't see the shit show in the back. I've been working on that stuff, but it's slow going with one person. So I got that going on. Hans drug another 240 home back there. I haven't showed you guys that yet, but yeah, so I got the key for this, and I don't know if a few of you know, if you're on Facebook, that I lost the key to Andrea's car, and that cost me $500 for a key for that. I had to buy 2 of them, have them programmed, and I was expecting to find the keys shortly after I bought that one, but it hasn't happened yet. So that's where we're at. Hope to see you guys up there in North Carolina, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. Thanks again for the 15,000 subscribers. Don't do that on your own. You know, you got to have interaction with your subscribers, and I appreciate you guys stopping by, looking at the videos, and clicking the subscribe button. And you know, I said that I was going to start making some different videos and stuff at the beginning of the year, and some stuff changed on YouTube. Sort of got let go from the network that I was working with, so having to restructure the channel and find different ways to make stuff happen. But I'm not going to stop making YouTube videos, and they'll be coming. I'm working on it, you know. Some guys said they wanted to see more on the Porsche here, and there's really not a lot to look at. You know, I don't know what's going on with this thing. I got to pull it out. We're going to go through the motor and take it apart. There's the pile of poo right there so far. I've got everything out, ready to drop it down. I just need to go buy a I was going to try to buy a motorcycle jack, because I think I can put that under there and support the transmission and the motor, and drop it down. And then once I get it on the stand or on a bench, I'll definitely turn the camera on and we'll pull the cylinder heads off. I'm going to at least pull those off and have them pressure tested. The motor runs perfect. It doesn't have any water in the oil. It just has water or oil in the water. So I've been told it's more than likely a cracked cylinder head. They crack in the oil passage, and there's more oil pressure than water pressure, so it pushes it into the water passage and contaminates the bottle. So my son said I'm crazy. I should have just traded it in, but I don't know. I want to get it fixed. I don't want to drive it. So that's where I'm at with this. Somebody else said it could be the oil cooler. John at Costa Mesa R&D used to make a lot of YouTube videos, and he's got some videos of pressure testing the oil coolers, and he finds quite a few of them bad. So that'll probably be one of the first things I do, is try to build some sort of thing where I can submerge the cooler in water and pressure test it and make sure that the cooler's not compromised, because I don't want to pull the whole engine apart if it's an oil cooler issue. I've also been told by a couple Porsche mechanics in my area that it's sort of rare that the heads crack, even though it's an issue. It's not an occurrence that happens a lot. And they also recommended to check the oil water separator and the oil cooler. So we'll start there. Once it gets out of the car, I need to put a clutch in it anyway, so it needs to come down. and it's going to be a good maintenance time. I'll get the motor pulled down, we'll get the engine and transmission separated, put a clutch in it, upgrade the IMS bearing, and do all the upgrades that I have neglected to do since I've owned the car. So, but I really need to fix the car because it keeps me mentally sane. It's one of those cars that you can jump in and it just makes you smile, and everybody needs that car. And everybody has a different car that makes them smile. That one makes me smile. I like driving it. It's always been a good experience every time I drive the car, and I just love it. I mean, I guess it's because I'm a Volkswagen guy and the engine's in the back. I'm sort of a nut anyway, but I really want to fix it. I know a lot of people are like, put a small block or a LS in it, or an SR20 or something. And I did think about the SR20 real hard because being that my son works at a shop that builds some really nice motors, but the problem with an SR is it's just so tall it won't fit in there. An LS will fit in there. There's a company called Renegade that makes a kit for this, but the kit's pretty expensive, and depending on what we find once we get the motor out, we'll have to make a decision. But I don't think the car would be the same with the LS. I don't know how to explain it. This car makes evil sound. It's plenty fast with the motor that's in it. If it just runs, it's close to 300 horsepower, right under there, and the car is fairly light. And this is the fastest car I've ever owned personally on the street, and I've had some fast stuff, and it's pretty damn fast. It'll go way faster than any man should drive on the road, I can tell you that. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a great day. Get out there, make something happen. It's beautiful weather in Florida, and I can't wait to get on the road, spend some time with my daughter, and put some miles on the old Country Star there, the old Newmar. It's been a while since I've put it on the road, So last time we went to Tennessee, we'll be real close to that. We might run over there, I don't know. We're just gonna go put some miles on it and have a good time while you still can. So you guys do the same. Go out there and smell the roses, smell the flowers, whatever you want to do. But go out there and do something today. Push that record button, make a video.